Stock analysis Thursday, December 31, 2020. West Northwest Wunong Net Tech Internet, e-commerce, $37.53 minus 1.263.25%. Business description: Wunong Net Technology Co. Limited operates as an online and mobile commerce company. Stock graph, 3 months, industry graph, 3 months. VectorVest summary: West Northwest is overvalued compared to its price of $37.53 per share, has below average safety, and is currently rated a sell. Recommendation: Rec. Sell. Rec reflects the cumulative effect of all the VectorVest parameters working together. These parameters are designed to help investors buy safe, undervalued stocks rising in price. Value: current price, $37.53. Current value, $5.13. West Northwest has a current value of $5.13 per share, compared to a price of $37.53 per share. This stock is currently overvalued. Value is computed from forecasted earnings per share, forecasted earnings growth, profitability, interest, and inflation rates. Upside potential: relative value /RV, very poor RV is an indicator of long-term price appreciation potential. West Northwest has an RV of 0.21, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. This indicator is far superior to a simple comparison of price and value because it is computed from an analysis of projected price appreciation 3 years out, AAA corporate bond rates, and risk. Safety: relative safety /RS, poor RS is an indicator of risk. West Northwest has an RS of 0.56, which is poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RS is computed from an analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility, and other factors. Timing: relative timing /RT, very poor RT analyzes a stock's price trend. West Northwest has a relative timing rating of 0.15, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. RT is computed from an analysis of the direction, magnitude, and dynamics of a stock's price movements day over day, week over week, quarter over quarter, and year over year. If a trend dissipates, RT will gravitate toward 1.00. Overall rating: value safety timing /VST, very poor. VST is the master indicator for ranking every stock in the VectorVest database. West Northwest has a VST rating of 0.35, which is very poor on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. VST is computed from the square root of a weighted sum of the squares of RV, RS, and RT. Stocks with the highest VST ratings have the best combinations of value, safety, and timing. Stop price, $48.94. Stop is an indicator of when to sell a position. West Northwest has a stop of $48.94 per share. A stock's stop is computed from a 13-week moving average of its closing prices, and is fine-tuned according to the stock's fundamentals. CI, Comfort Index, fair CI is an indicator which reflects a stock's ability to resist severe and/or lengthy price declines. West Northwest has a CI of 0.92, which is fair on a scale of 0.00 to 2.00. CI is based solely upon a stock's long-term price history. GRT, earnings growth rate. GRT reflects a company's 1 to 3 year forecasted earnings growth rate in percent per year. West Northwest has a forecasted earnings growth rate of 0.00%, which VectorVest considers to be poor. EPS, earnings per share. EPS stands for leading 12 months earnings per share. West Northwest has a forecasted EPS of $0.05 per share. VectorVest determines this forecast from a combination of recent earnings performance and traditional fiscal and/or calendar year earnings forecasts. P/E, price to earnings ratio. P/E shows the dollars required to buy $1 of earnings. West Northwest has a P/E of -750.60. The average P/E of all the stocks in the VectorVest database is -120.59. EY, earnings yield. EY reflects earnings per share as a percent of price. West Northwest has an EY of -0.13%. This is below the current average of -0.83% for all the stocks in the VectorVest database. GPE, growth to P/E ratio. West Northwest has a GPE rating of 0.00. A stock is commonly considered to be undervalued when GPE is greater than 1.00. DIV, dividend. VectorVest reports annual, regular, cash dividends as indicated by the most recent payments. Special distributions, one-time payments, stock dividends, etc., are not generally included in DIV. West Northwest does not pay a dividend. DY, dividend yield. DY reflects dividend per share as a percent of price. West Northwest does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend yield rating. DY equals 100x, DIV/price. It is useful to compare DY with EY. If DY is not significantly lower than EY, the dividend payment may be in jeopardy. DS, dividend safety. DS is an indicator of the assurance that regular cash dividends will be declared and paid at current or at higher rates for the foreseeable future. West Northwest does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend safety rating. Stocks with DS values above 75 typically have RS values well above 1.00 and EY levels that are much higher than DYDG. Dividend growth rate. Dividend growth is a forecasted annual growth rate of a company's dividend based on historical dividend payments and dividend predictability. It is a subtle yet important indicator of a company's financial performance. It also provides some insight into the board's outlook on the company's ability to increase earnings. West Northwest does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a dividend growth rating. YSG, YSG vector. YSG is an indicator which combines DY, DS, and DG into a single value, and allows direct comparison of all dividend-paying stocks in the database. West Northwest does not pay a dividend, so it does not have a YSG rating. Stocks with the highest YSG values have the best combinations of dividend yield, safety and growth. These are the stocks to buy for somewhat above current income and long-term growth. Average vol. Average vol is the 50-day moving average of daily volume as computed by VectorVest. West Northwest has an average vol of 1,175,655 shares traded per day. Percent vol. Percent vol reflects the percent change in today's trading volume as compared to the average vol. Percent vol equals, volume, average vol, /average vol, * 100. West Northwest had a percent vol of -88.71% on Thursday, December 31, 2020. PRC, West Northwest price changed -3.25% from the prior day's closing price. Sales, West Northwest has annual sales of 10 million. Sales growth. Sales growth is the sales growth rate in percent over the last 12 months. West Northwest has a sales growth of 38.00% per year. This is excellent. Sales per share, SBS. West Northwest has annual sales of 41 cents per share. Price to sales ratio, P/S. West Northwest has a P/S of 92.44. Shares, West Northwest has 25 million shares of stock outstanding. Market capitalization, West Northwest has a market capitalization of 938 million. Business sector, West Northwest has been assigned to the Internet business sector. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors. Industry group, West Northwest has been assigned to the Internet, e-commerce, industry group. VectorVest classifies stocks into over 200 industry groups and 40 business sectors.
Fear and Greed Index. What emotion is driving the market now? Last updated December 31 at 9:38 a.m. 7 Fear and Greed Indicators. Stock price strength. Extreme greed. The number of stocks hitting 52-week highs exceeds the number hitting lows and is at the upper end of its range, indicating extreme greed. Last changed November 23 from a greed rating updated December 31 at 9:48 a.m. Market momentum. Extreme greed. The S&P 500 is 8.34% above its 125-day average. This is further above the average than has been typical during the last 2 years, and rapid increases like this often indicate extreme greed. Last changed December 14 from a greed rating updated December 31 at 9:46 a.m. Stock price breadth neutral. The McClellan Volume Summation Index measures advancing and declining volume on the New York Stock Exchange. During the last month, approximately 0.34% more of each day's volume has traded in declining issues than in advancing issues, pushing this indicator towards the middle of its range for the last 2 years. Last changed December 30 from a market volatility neutral. The CBOE Volatility Index, VIX, is at 22.95. This is a neutral reading and indicates that market risks appear low. Put and call options feared. During the last 5 trading days, volume in put options has lagged volume in call options by 55.31%. As investors make bullish bets in their portfolios. However, this is still among the Highest levels of put buying seen during the last 2 years, indicating fear on the part of investors. Safe haven demand extreme fear stocks have outperformed bonds by 1.37 percentage points during the last 20 trading days. However, this is close to the weakest performance for stocks relative to bonds in the past 2 years and indicates investors are starting to flee risky stocks for the safety of bonds. Junk bond demand extreme fear. Investors in low-quality junk bonds are accepting 2.23 percentage points in additional yield over safer investment-grade corporate bonds. While this spread is historically low,